There's this 23-year-old kid named Rafael Perez, and he's at an airport in Chimalhuacan, Mexico. It's the first time he's ever going to fly alone. He takes off at 9 o'clock a.m. And almost immediately, he notices it's incredibly foggy. Visibility is so poor that he can't even get his bearings. Unable to locate the airport, he tries calling over the radio, but all he hears back is garbled static. He grabs the yoke and attempts to bank the airplane to the left, but nothing happens. The aircraft keeps flying straight. Then, even more strangely, the plane begins climbing on its own. Rafael isn't pulling back on the controls, it simply starts ascending into a massive cloud. He can't see anything. Then, he passes out. When Rafael wakes up in the cockpit, he has no idea how long he's been unconscious. His first thought is one of disbelief. I didn't crash. Looking out the window, he notices the fog is completely gone. Instead of mountains or land, there's nothing but open ocean beneath him. He checks the clock. It's 11:30. He had taken off at 9:15. Less than 3 hours have passed, and that's impossible. There wasn't enough time for him to reach any ocean from where he departed. Then he checks his fuel gauge. It still reads 3/4 full. That makes even less sense. Not only shouldn't he have been over the ocean, but he didn't even have enough fuel to reach it. As he's trying to understand what's happening, a voice suddenly crackles over the radio. Hello? Are you there? Rafael grabs the microphone. I fell asleep in my plane. I don't know where I am. The man on the other end replies, This is Carlos. Are you alone in your airplane? Rafael answers, Of course I'm alone. Where am I? Carlos responds, You're just off the coast of Acapulco. You've been flying over the ocean for the last hour. That makes no sense. Acapulco is normally a 3-hour flight away. Yet Rafael somehow reached it in just over an hour. After safely landing in Acapulco, he barely has time to step out of the aircraft before several men in suits approach him. Without explanation, they escort him into a vehicle and drive him straight to a hospital. First, they drug test him. Negative. Then, a psychologist evaluates him to determine whether he's mentally stable. After hours of examination, she concludes that Rafael is completely sane. Only then do officials decide to tell him what happened. When your aircraft first appeared on radar, one of them explains, Carlos established radio contact with you. He spoke to you continuously for nearly an hour while you flew over the ocean. And everything was recorded. Then they read him the very first words that came through his radio. Not in Carlos's voice. In Rafael's. The pilot is speaking, but not of his own free will. We are using him as a microphone. Your equipment is too primitive. It is not important who we are or where we come from, only that we are inhabitants of the same universe. For the next 30 to 45 minutes, the voice speaking through Rafael continued delivering a disturbing message. It claimed humanity was the only intelligent species in the universe that still relied on war and violence. It warned that mankind stood on the brink of nuclear annihilation. And if humanity continued down that path, it could be wiped out. Then, at approximately 11:30 a.m., Rafael suddenly regained consciousness. He had no memory of anything that had happened. To this day, no one can explain how Rafael's plane traveled so far in such a short time, why he blacked out, or who or what was speaking through him. According to the story, the Mexican government quietly buried the incident, and the records reportedly survived only in an obscure library in Mexico.